art of battle. King of Iron Fist Tournament.
Mugen TV versus Corner.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey guys, this is MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video. And I guess we kick off this week with some Dragon Ball Fighters, because it's quite interesting. And I mean, not really shocking at all, but I find it kind of funny because I think everyone's seen this coming. And let's just dive right into the video. So we're going to scroll over to Event Hubs, and the final character, or I guess you could say the character for the end of season for Dragon Ball Fighters. And that character is pretty much Ultra Instincts Goku. Yes, Ultra Instincts Goku. Yet another Goku added to the roster, and I know people right now, there's so many memes going on. So many people are just frustrated. Some people even said that, yo, like, I'm done with Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm done with this game. This is ridiculous. More Gokus being represented in the roster, and I just seen this like around like a mile away. I think a lot of people seen this like a mile away ever since the Universal tournament that happened in Dragon Ball Super, when they revealed this transformation and everything, or this form, however you want to call it. A lot of people said that this is a possibility this is going to happen, and it happened. So we'll dive right into the article. The title states that Ultra Instinct Goku reportedly coming to Dragon Ball Fighter as a playable DLC character. Now, it's been a while since we have heard any new information. Rumors and for of a third season have made up a majority of rumblings in the recent months, but it looks like we now might have gotten our first nugget of what's to come. So reports that Dragon Ball Super's Ultra Instinct Goku is coming to Dragon Ball Fighters as a playable DLC character. It's worth pointing out that I'm gonna butcher this name, Ryo Katuya 2089's track record is very strong in terms of accurately sharing details about the game. However, their most recent post does not cite where the information came from. Now, the latest post claims that Ultra Instinct Goku is coming to Dragon Ball Fighters. It goes on to say that we can expect more information at the Dragon Ball Fighters World Tour finals on February 8th and 9th. He also points out how good Dragon Ball Super's Broly dramatic finish looks before speculating on Ultra Instinct's Goku. I'm guessing Ultra Instinct Goku will have one with Jiren. I wonder how that's going to look, that the poster says. Now, oftentimes that this poster reports information from Japanese V-Jump magazines, and we already noticed there's a lot of V-Jump magazine scans that come out way early before the actual release, and then the community gets a hold of it, then they get people to translate it. Then places like the Shuriken and Event Hubs and other places will post this, and that's how everybody get their hands on the information and know what to expect coming in these season passes or future updates and patches concerning the game and everything. So I wouldn't be surprised that they got a hold of a V-Jump magazine and everything, and got a hold of information of Ultra Instinct's Goku. Now, this time around, we don't have a source cited, so while they tend to be accurate with details, it would still be wise to keep your guard up a bit here. Now, also take that as well. For now, after reading this and everything, it looks like that there's no source cited for this at all for Ultra Instinct Goku. But just in case, I still wouldn't get our hopes up really high expecting anything other than Ultra Instinct Goku at the same time, because I don't know, it seems like this has been a proven track record with this game that we always get multiple variations of Goku and Vegeta. So I would not be surprised that we get Ultra Instinct's Goku, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. So Ultra Instinct's Goku is Goku's most powerful form. With it, the Saiyan separates his consciousness from his body, allowing him to fight without thought or emotion. This form goes beyond Super Saiyan Blue, and the transformation sees Goku gain bright silver eyes and keep his black hair. An aura of blue and white also emits from Goku's body during Ultra Instincts. So, as far as speculation on candidates for potential Season 3 of Dragon Ball Fighters, fans have had Ultra Instinct Goku high up on the list. I doubt that. I really doubt that fans really want this. Well, I guess you could say the competitive fans wouldn't want it, but I guess you say the casual fans would definitely. So I can see that. Okay, this form of Goku is one of the last remaining major forms that has not been added to the game, of course. And the 3v3 fighter game is not only shy about adding different versions of Goku as DLC. And the Dragon Ball World Tour finals are taking place early February in Paris, France, and the conclusion to the long-year competitive tour will be perfect place to finally unveil Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 3 and Ultra Instincts Goku. Yes, we do have the World Tour coming up. As far as me playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, I haven't really played this game in a very long time. I did stream it not too long ago or whatever, but the thing is, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go back to the game. I gave it a try, and then just it's so many other things that I wish they could do to fix a lot of things. I still hate the dash that can beat out a lot of projectiles, or sometimes, for me, in my opinion, I have a hard time reacting to it and everything. So yeah, but the fact is that there's a possibility that we can get another form of Goku. I'm not surprised at all. I'm really not surprised that this could possibly happen. I mean, Arc System and Toei, or the licensed people who pretty much has the rights to Dragon Ball, to the Dragon Ball franchises, would want to have this marketed in the game in order to push more merchandising, also to get people prepped up for whatever new content they're going to be having for Dragon Ball Super, or anything Dragon Ball related to the anime or the manga and everything. So it makes sense that they will want to keep pushing these different forms to be able to push that side of the market and get more people invested in upcoming products and stuff that they have for the franchise. But for the fact is that we're yet again going to see another Goku, which is annoying to see, because if you check out the roster, the roster is just filled with so many different variations of Goku, so many different variations of Vegeta. It just doesn't make sense, especially when you have an anime such as Dragon Ball that has such a diverse cast of heroes and villains in that anime, and yet we're not seeing that roster to its full potential. There's so many characters I would love to see. I love to see BoJack. I love just not even see BoJack. I like to see BoJack's henchmen in the game as well. We did have the Universal tournament, the Tournament of Power, where they had a whole wide range of characters within the tournament itself that they could pull out. And the funny part about it is that Arc System can get creative with those characters, because in the Tournament of Power, even though we had a bunch of characters in there, they really haven't showed any of those characters like strong points or what they're capable of. So it gives them more room to be creative with those characters, to create these ridiculous movesets for these characters, and also build more fans towards these characters as well. And I don't know why that they still, well, I do know why, marketing and selling the franchise, but it's just a shame that it is that marketing is more important than the actual game itself. I'm saying, the gameplay and what the fans want, and that's the thing about, I guess you could say, fighting games, or games built on, I guess you could say, with an anime license, comic book, or movies and stuff, because those developers have to work hand in hand most of the time with that company, and that company is more so thinking about how they can push their product even more and stuff like that. So even though that the creators and the developers do have creative freedom, but they have it to a certain extent, because they still have to meet those check marks, from the people that they're borrowing a license from, in order to push whatever product that they're trying to sell and everything. And that's really a bummer and everything. And I don't think I'm not sure, man. Like, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to go back to Dragon Ball FighterZ anytime soon. It's just, I don't know. I love the game. I love how it's presented. Arc System did a great job on it, but it's just some of the gameplay mechanics to the game sometimes can just feel just quite overwhelming and everything. And it's just, I don't know. It's just something. That's just something that really just turns away from the game. And then just the roster. I think the main reason why I love fighting games, I think the more important thing about fighting games is the roster itself and what characters to expect. And especially when you're basing the fighting game after one of the most popular animes of all times. A lot of people expect, you know, greatness from it. More people expect their favorite characters to be in it, and to me, I think that this roster is just, it's so much desire to this roster, and it's just they haven't delivered and given it to us. And now we're moving on to I suppose the season 3 and everything, and I don't know what's going to happen if we get to season 3. And I just think it is about time that we just wrap Dragon Ball FighterZ up and start planning for a potential sequel, or planning for another, I guess you could say, another anime-based fighting game, and just let Dragon Ball FighterZ do its thing, run its course, and just move on to either a sequel or move on to another anime property and see what they can do with that as well. But that pretty much wraps up this video. Let me know what you think of a possibility that we could be getting the Ultra Instincts Goku for Dragon Ball FighterZ, and if you think we get into season 3, what characters would you love to see in a potential season 3 of Dragon Ball FighterZ, or do you want just Dragon Ball FighterZ just to end altogether and Arc System just move on to another anime licensed property? And if you want them to move on to another anime licensed property, what anime would you love to see Arc System turn into a fighting game next? So leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And also, if you like the video, like, share, pass it around. And also, if you want to hear more news related to Dragon Ball FighterZ in the future, hit the bell to be notified. This is MugenLord signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.